All right. Woo! It's time. I love this, you guys. I really do. Let me check to make sure I'm on. Boom. I really love doing these live streams with you guys. They are a lot of fun. I didn't know I'd be having this much fun. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And what I'm going to do is try to give you some information. I'm trying to teach you about real estate. I'm trying to help you guys make some money. It's a good time to be making money in real estate. So let me try and share with you some of the strategies that we're using in real estate today, so that you can have a better idea. If you always wanted to learn about real estate, and you maybe want to go to seminar, everything's kind of closed off right now. Hey, tune in. Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Today's Ladies' Day. Okay, today is Ladies' Day. Ladies can ask me all the questions they want about real estate. Let's see, where are we? Can never get out of these things here. Where am I? All right, let's roll with it. So anyway, hey, my name is Terry Bontemps. Hey, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Real Estate Real Talk. Today, I thought about talking to you guys about 11 ways that I teach my students how to make money with a single family house. Woo! Okay, I'm going to tell you about just a little bit of details, because it can be confusing if you try to do too much. But I know 11 ways to take this one house and make a profit from it. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this evening, okay? And how that applies to you. Some of these things can be done, some of these ways can be done without money. If you have money, some of it works for you also. But there's a way that you take houses, but there's a way that you take houses and you look at them as to how you make your profit. Good real estate investors, what they do is they know, investors like myself, when I look at a house, I already know. All I need to know is a couple things, and I know what should come out of the property, okay? Such as my profit, okay? My profit should come out of a house. I should know my total investment, again, how much money that it's going to take this house so that I can put it in a position to make profit. How many days it's going to take? Well, how many days is it going to take to make a profit out of this house? I need to know my profit margin percentage. This is all the cerebral things that you need to know as a real estate investor. And what is my ROI? I'm very big on the ROI. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a real estate investor, okay? I've got 300 videos on YouTube with over 390,000 views. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV. One deal that I did, I made $40,000 in 1 hour. I made $100,000 in 39 days. I've made $100,000 in 89 days, and I've done $100,000 in 100 days. But see, people expect me to be good because I've got 40 years in this, okay? Okay, Terry, we know you've been doing it a while. You're an expert. My students have made good money also. I had one student that made $1.2 million in 1 hour, okay? Buying loans from banks, and that's something I'm really good at. I'm really good at buying loans from banks. That's my specialty. I'm good at foreclosures and buying loans. So basically what it is, buying a loan is one way of making money on a house. Let's say this house right here, someone's not making the payments, okay? And when they're not making the payments on this house, and this may have happened to you on the house that you live in, hello, who do we have, okay? Let me put a little message in here. Tell me where you're from. I just want to say hello. Good. Okay. Glad you're joining me. But again, someone's not making payment on the house. And so what I like to do is buy the loan buy the mortgage, buy the note from the bank. Say the bank is owed $100,000. Okay. What I try to do is I try to buy the loan from the bank for like $60,000. That's one of my strategies that I use to make a profit in real estate. I'll buy this loan from the bank for $60,000, and then I'll let the homeowner stay in the house. Let's say the homeowner, their payments are $1,000. Now, when I buy the loan at $60,000, I'll say, homeowner, can you make $750 a month payments? I modify the loan, okay, for this homeowner so that they can keep their house. I was doing this in 2001. Okay, that's when I started, 2001. Gee, man, 19 years ago, I started buying these loans from banks. And I started teaching people how to do the same thing. Now, the student that made the $1.2 million in 1 hour, he bought a commercial loan from a bank. He bought a commercial loan from a bank, okay? He went to this commercial property and he noticed that it was in disrepair. This is something you guys should be doing also, okay? When you see a property in disrepair, that's a sign there's some potential money to be made. And that's why we do this. We're in this to make money as real estate investors. One of my mentors told me, says, Terry, the only reason you want to get in real estate is because you want to become rich. And I said, okay, I'm buying that. I'm definitely buying that because that's, hey, I want to have some wealth. In this process, my student went to the bank and said, hey, I want to buy this building that you own. The bank says we can't sell it because we don't own it. So what we're going to do is we can sell you the note, the loan, the mortgage, the paper. And he walks out there with a puzzled look on his face, like, what the heck is that? So he goes to the internet, right? He goes what most of us do, started Googling, went to YouTube, okay? Went to YouTube and he punched buying notes. Why don't you do this? Do it with me. Go Google, go to YouTube and put in buying notes, note buying. And guess who will pop up? Yeah, I'll be someone that pops up. He gets on the phone. He says, hey, man, I'm working with the bank. I see you're the expert in this area. I'd like for you to give me some quick instructions. I said, great. All right, I'll charge you $700 for 2 days, a Saturday and a Sunday. He says, great. So on a Saturday and Sunday, I teach him all day by phone. He goes into the bank on Monday. Let me give you the numbers, okay? This is mind-blowing. The bank was owed $850,000. $850,000 what the bank was owed. They were asking $350,000 again for the paper, not the building. This is two separate things, okay? And I got to teach you the difference, okay? You can buy the building, but you can also buy the loan on the building. So my student bought the loan. Bank was asking $350,000. My student offered $110,000. $110,000, and the bank accepted. Okay, so now my student is the bank. The person that owns this commercial property right here is supposed to make payments to my student. My student goes to this person that owns the building. He says, look, why don't you just sign it over to me? And the guy says, I don't even want the building no more. I don't want the business. I'm out. He was sick and tired of his business. It wore him out. And business is tough, so it wore him out. And he gave the deed to my student. Okay, now, I know this is complicated, but it's a great way to make money in real estate. A way that most people don't know. I'm an expert at it. I've been doing it since 2001. I've been teaching the people all over the United States how to do this strategy of buying these notes. So my student gets the ownership of the building from the previous owner. He buys the loan from the bank for $110,000. That took 1 hour to get the paperwork signed. Took a little bit longer to get the owner to sign his paperwork, but that property is worth $1.3 million after my student put some improvements into it. So he bought it at $110,000 and it's worth $1.3 million. So my student makes $1.2 million off the strategy, what I teach, of buying loans from banks. This is something you should learn how to do because it's a great way to make money on real estate. Okay, it's a great way to make money on real estate. Now, let me just do one thing. I think I'm going to do numbers with you guys. Now, remember, I bought this loan from the bank. Okay, the bank was owed $100,000. I bought it for 60. I'm buying at a discount because when I can buy at a discount, then I can make a profit. Now, the owner's monthly payment is $1,000 a month, but because of COVID, because they're dealing with death, debt, divorce, and distress, they can't make $1,000 payment. Maybe they can make $750, and that's what I agree to. Is that a good service? Is that a good service right now during COVID to be able to help people lower their monthly payment so they can keep their house? This is what I do. This is what I train people to do. This is what I love doing. So let's say I bought that note for $60,000. That's my investment. Now, to calculate my return, to make sure this is going to be a great deal, let's take that $750 a month payment. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. Okay, this is how you calculate cash flow. So I invest $60,000. I get $750 a month coming in. And if I multiply that by 12, that's going to give me $9,000. That's my profit. So in order to calculate my ROI, I'm going to take that $9,000 and I'm going to divide it by my investment of $60,000. That's how we do math. That's how professionals do real estate. Rookies, they just guess and hope it turns out. But me, I know how to look at real estate and I know how to make a profit. I know how to make money. I am very good at what I do. And this is how I teach other people how to do this. So let's take a look and see what my return is. So if I divide it by, again, the $60,000 that I bought the loan from the bank for, I'm earning 15%. Now that's not great, but it is decent. It's more better than keeping my money in the bank. And I just did that off the top of my head. Trust me, I'm gonna do more than 15% when I'm in the real estate, okay? Now, let's do another one. How about my student that bought this commercial property, right? Wait till you guys see his ROI. So again, he bought the property for $110,000. He bought it for $110,000. It's worth 1.3, but his profit is 1.2. 1.2 million is his profit, divided by his investments of $110,000. This is the power of real estate. This is the power of knowing how to make money, okay? Knowing how to build wealth. And that's why you want to get in real estate, so that you can build wealth, to buy yourself a new home, to pay off your old home, to get out of debt, to pay for your kids' college education. Real estate makes the money. You're not working for the money. So let's see what the return is for my student. Again, $1.2 million is profit. Okay, I put that in the calculator, 1.2 million. And again, his investment is 110,000. He took 110,000 out of his pocket to buy the note from the bank. So we're going to divide it by $110,000. Let you see that. That's what I'm dividing it by. Now, what you have to do also is you have to multiply that by 100. Or you got to move the decimal 2 places to the right. Look at that return. That's a 1,090% return on his investment in real estate. That is powerful, you guys. This is what I teach my students. This is what I teach them. This is how they go out and make money in real estate. This is what I can teach you how to do. Okay? That's pretty interesting. That's just one way of making money in real estate. So again, I've had another student make $400,000 in 9 months. Hey, let's look at the numbers. She made $400,000 in 9 months buying a loan on a property. So here's the way it works. This property was worth $570,000. Okay? Worth $570,000. My student buys the loan on this house for $9,000. $9,000 she buys it for. She flips, let's do this, she flips it to a cash buyer, somebody that wants to take this property and fix it up. Right now it's not worth $570. My student sold the note to the property and the deed to the property to a cash buyer for $400,000. Okay? How many of you would do this deal right now? You can find a house for $470,000. You can buy it for $470, and once you get it fixed up, it's worth $570. So again, right now you can buy it for $400, but when it's fixed up, $570,000. That's $170,000 of profit for the person that buys it at $400,000. Okay? So my student again bought it for $9,000. I'm going to now take, that's the investment. I'll take that back. I'm going to have to take her profit. Her profit is $400,000. There's a profit. Now we got to divide into our investment of $9,000. Divide that by 9,000. If you're following me with your calculator, which you should, so you can understand how to build wealth in real estate. This is how you build wealth in real estate. Okay? This is how you do it. This is how you make money. This is how the game is done by an expert. Okay? So we're going to divide it by 9,000. Now, again, you're going to have to move the decimal place 2 places to the right, or multiply it by 100. That'll do it automatically. Look at that return. Did you guys think the 1,090 was a good return? How about 4,444% ROI? Wow. Now, how is that done? That's done by a technique that I am an expert on, and I teach, is buying paper, buying the loan, buying the note, the mortgage on the property. Now, you guys are probably going, Terry, we have never seen that before. They don't show that on house flipping shows. They don't. Okay? They show you how to buy the house. I don't want to buy the house. I do want to buy the house, take that back. I want to buy the payments. They said they're going to make $1,000 a month payments for 30 years at 4% interest rate. I want to buy that. This is what I want to buy. Okay? The reason I want to buy this is simply this. When I own this piece of paper, the homeowner is obligated to send me payments every month. Just like you do at your bank. Okay? You send your payments to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Countrywide, whoever it may be. When I own this piece of paper, then you send your payments to me. Hello, D-Tuck. How are you? Thanks for joining me today. Is using HELOC a good investment? I can't answer that, D, because I don't know about HELOCs. I've never used HELOCs. So I can't help you on that. I wish I could. That's just not my game. Okay? What I need, though, D, is I need cash to buy these loans from the bank. Okay? To buy these loans from the bank. Now, my student, again, that made the $400,000 on one deal, and it was a good deal for everybody. It really was. Okay? This house had been vacant for quite a long time, and the person that owned this house worked at a bank. She worked at the bank that sold the note. See, the bank didn't want to foreclose on an employee, so they sold the loan. My student bought it for $9,000, sold it, didn't touch the property at all, just sold the note for $400,000. Boom, she makes $400,000. But she left $170,000 in there for the next person, so that person could win. You guys may not know this. I may be probably 1 out of 2 people that really even understand this. Michael Jackson in Neverland Ranch. Michael Jackson owned Neverland Ranch. The bank sold the note on Neverland Ranch. It was a very good move on their part. Reason why is because, think about it. If that bank would have foreclosed on Michael Jackson, don't you know the bad things that would have happened to that bank? Whew, would have been terrible. It would have been bad publicity. That bank probably could have been ran out of business with the customer saying, we don't want to do business with you, to foreclose on Michael Jackson. Okay? An investor like me, his name is Thomas Barrack. Thomas Barrack. B-A-R-R-A-C-K. Google that. Google it. Thomas Barrack and Michael Jackson. And you will see that maybe even still now, he still owns the note to Neverland Ranch. No other investor that I know of would probably do something like that beside me. That's a brilliant move, you guys. If you don't want to be a landlord, and if you don't want to have to deal with tenants, the toilets, the trash, going to Home Depot, you know, buying notes is a great passive income, okay? And you get your payment every 30 days. Every 30 days. So again, that's just one way I know to buy houses. And again, to buy the note is someone that's in foreclosure. They're not making their payments to the bank, okay? And we have a lot of that right now. We have a lot of that right now. There was a lot of that in 2001. There was a lot of that in 2008. And there was a lot of that now during COVID. Right now is a good time for you guys to be in real estate. Using this strategy, just one strategy, to make money in real estate, okay? Now, let me ask you a question. A lot of people say, well, Terry, I ain't got no money. I don't have no money, okay? It's not money, you guys. You got to stop saying that. It's not the money, it's the education. If you know what I know, and if you know how to do what I just told you about, my student that made the 400,000 and my student that made the 1.2, you could make a good amount of money with no credit, no money, no previous experience, no job, no real estate license. Come on, you guys. What? And real estate has created the most millionaires out of any industry in the world. There are more real estate millionaires in this world right now. Why come you're not in? ID, I don't think I got that, okay? 916-470-3869. Again, that's my phone number. Send it back to me again. Call me. I answer my phone. Call me right now. We can have a live, I've never done it before, D. Why don't I put you on speakerphone and you can just talk? I kind of like that. Anybody out there that's watching, why not? It's ladies' night, D. Come on. Right? Give me a call. Let's do this live. Come on, I ain't never did it before. Matter of fact, tonight is my 300th video that I'm going to be posting on YouTube. And I'd love to do training live. Man, I'd go to bed. I sleep good tonight. Come on, somebody call me. 916-470-3869. Get the hotline to the Real Talk, Terry Bontemps. Again, I coach and I train people, but I was going to tell you how to do this without money. Let me not skip that. My student made $400,000 from a $9,000 investment. Where could you get $9,000 from? If you knew how to buy these loans from banks, and you found this deal right here. You found this deal. $9,000 is all you need. Come on. Come on. How could you find $9,000, y'all? How about a credit card? Come on. How about 2 credit cards? 3 credit cards? But if you know this house is worth $570,000, that's buying it at a discount. That's exactly what we do in real estate. You gotta buy it at a discount to make money. So, you borrow the money from me. You borrow the money from a family member. Line of credit. Find $9,000. And so you tell the person that has the money, hey, let's split this deal 50-50. You bring $9,000, Terry Bontemps. We'll split this deal 50-50, There's going to be $400,000 of profit. You get half, I get half. Terry, you get $200,000, and I keep the other 200. Terry, you have to put up $9,000. We'll split it 50-50. So Terry, you get 200, I get 200. Is that a good deal? If I put up $9,000 and I get $200,000 back, oh, you guys, that's a grand slam. That is a grand slam. Does that happen every day? No. But if you don't know how to do it, you'll never see it. You'll never find it. You need to learn this strategy and then go out and start looking for banks. Start looking for banks that will sell their loans. Right? And in COVID right now, there are people that are having financial challenges because they're dealing with debt, divorce, and distress. Now, again, please don't say I'm taking advantage of anyone. I'm not. Because I could sell this property if it's vacant, right? An owner doesn't want it. I can sell it. But if the owner wants to stay, I already showed you guys. If they have $1,000 payment, I'm going to try to reduce it to $750, and that way they can keep their house. The 4 Ds, come on, call me D. Come on now, call me, let's talk about some real estate. That's exactly right, the 4 Ds. Let me tell you right now, if you're a real estate investor, and I don't know how many of you are on the line that are real estate investors that are working in the field right now and have been in the field for a year, 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, there's never been a better time. There's never been a better time for you to make money in real estate than today. There's a moratorium. Banks can't foreclose. I'm a landlord. I got a tenant that's not paying. I can't evict. So what is happening? My tenant hasn't paid me in 6 months. $900 a month is what I get. It's a little studio. It's about this size. It's 2 houses on 1 lot. I have 2 houses on 1 lot. What does that mean? Someone gave me 2 houses on 1 lot. Did y'all hear what I just said? How many of you out there would gladly accept someone giving you 2 houses on 1 lot? There's a mother-in-law quarters in the back, 3 bedroom, 1 bath in the front. Both places have kitchens, bathrooms, the whole 9 yards. It's on 1 lot. It was given to me. Come on, I want y'all to soak this up. Somebody out there will give you 2 houses on 1 lot. All you had to do was ask. Why did this lady give me 2 houses on 1 lot? Because her husband had passed. Her husband was the real estate guy. She didn't like real estate. She wanted to have nothing to do with real estate. See, I understand this. This is what I teach you. You got to go out and find those people right now that are dealing with debt, divorce, and distress. That's 4 of the 6 Ds. If you find somebody that's dealing with debt, divorce, and distress, a lot of you, oh no, Terry, I can't deal with that. No way, man. I don't want to deal with that. See, I love that. You know why I love it? Because I got a solution. I got a solution for that person that's dealing with them 4 Ds. And if I can work with that person and get that property at a discount, that's the 5th D, discount, I can make some dollars off this house. Listen to me now. This house has debt, divorce, and distress. I can come in because I'm a real estate investor that knows how to buy loans from banks. I can buy their loan from the bank. I can modify their loan to help them keep their home. I'm not trying to take their home away. I'm trying to help them. That's what the government is doing right now, aren't they? Isn't the government trying to help people keep their homes by saying, banks, you can't foreclose? And people think the banks are doing a great job, right? Landlords can't evict because they don't want to see all these people being displaced. So if I do the same thing and I have a long-term solution, okay, you can make your payments $750 a month. You can keep your house as long as you're making payments. That's a much better solution than what the government has right now, because the government's going to have to let loose of that moratorium because landlords are taking the brunt of this. They don't have the money because they ain't getting paid from the tenant to live, but also to make their payments to the bank. Did y'all understand what I just said? The government is hurting this process. Now, it's good for the tenants and it's good for the people that aren't able to make their house payments to the bank. But what happens when they say, okay, the moratorium is lifted like a lot of the other states have? Those tenants that cannot pay will get evicted. There are landlords that have properties right now that there's no way they can make their payments to the bank. They cannot make their payments to the bank. So when they lift the moratorium, guess what? They got problems. Because the bank is going to start the foreclosure on this homeowner that can't make their payments because the tenant didn't make the payments to them. Now, did I develop this? Did I start this? Was I the one that created COVID? No. I didn't create COVID. I'm just an investor that understands opportunity and how to help people during COVID. See, I can work. I love working with people that are dealing with death, debt, divorce, and distress because I have a solution. I have a solution. They can keep their home, or they can sell their home to me, or they can give me their home like the lady did with 2 houses on one lot. She gave it to me. 2 houses on one lot right now. My rent is $2,100 a month on a house that she gave me for free. She gave me those 2 houses for free because she didn't want to deal with tenants. She didn't want to collect rent. She was a little older. All she wanted to do was spend time with her grandkids. All she wanted to do was spend time with her grandkids. See, I know what she's talking about. Life is short. Life is short. Her husband was probably a hard worker, sun up to sundown with that real estate. Something bad happened, now he's gone. All she wanted to do is spend time with her grandkids. She was a don't wanter. Now, did I take advantage of her? Did I take advantage of her? I just asked a couple of questions. What are you going to do with those 2 houses over there that no one is in? What are you going to do with those 2 houses? What are you going to do with them? She says, Terry, I'm going to give them back to the bank. I said, I'd like to have them. I said, I'd like to have them. See, this is what I know. This is what I do. This is what I'm going to teach you. You're going to find the people that are in distress, in debt, divorcing, okay, and have debt. You're going to find them. You're going to market to them. They're going to call you. Terry, I seen you on your live stream. I hear you say that you can buy my house. Terry, I hear you say you can help me keep my home. Terry, I don't want this house no more. I'm getting ready to walk away. Whatever you do with it is entirely up to you. I'm out of here. Terry, is there any way you can give me $5,000 for my house because, Terry, I'm going to live with my in-laws. I'm going to go live with my son and my daughter. They have a room set aside for me. COVID has been terrible to me. I've lost my job. I've been furloughed. They ain't coming back. I ain't been able to make my payments. I will not be able to make my payments because I got no money. Terry, if you can just give me $5,000 so I can get a moving van to take my personals to put in storage so I can give my son and my daughter some money for putting me up in a house, I'm saying goodbye to this house. I'm no longer emotionally attached to it. COVID has been so detrimental to me. I said, you know what? I understand. I understand because I've lost my house to foreclosure. I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure. I laid on the couch and cried because I thought I'd let my family down. I wish there was somebody named Terry Bontemps. I wish somebody out there on Terry Bontemps' live stream. I wish there was somebody out there on Terry Bontemps' live stream, somebody named like Good Frenzy or D Tuck. I just wish they knew how to help people like us because we sure need a lot of help, Terry. We don't have no answers. We don't know what you know, Terry. We don't know that you spent 40 years of your life perfecting this in the hopes that you could help people. We only know one thing. We can't pay, so we're going to walk away. But I heard you say on that live stream, you love helping people that are dealing with death, debt, divorce, and distress. I'm dealing with distress. Terry, can you do it? That's how it's done. I let people know, hey, I'm Terry Bontemps. This COVID crisis has been hard on a lot of families. And I know what you're going through. I know the pain. I know the sleepless nights you're going through. I've been there. I've lost 2 houses to foreclosure. One house I lived in for 18 years. My first house that I lost, my oldest daughter was born there. I had to tell my wife and my daughter, we got to move. We lost our house. I not only did it once, I came back and did it twice. 2008, I was upside down in my house. I lived there 18 years. My first brand new house that I bought. I gave it back to the bank. I couldn't do nothing with it. It was upside down. That one was a business decision. I wasn't going to wait around for appreciation to come back. I gave it back to the bank. There are people out there, you guys. You just got to let them know that you're in the business of helping people. Helping them with their real estate. You let them tell you what they want to do with it. You let them tell you what they want to do with it. And your job is to help them. See, if you help enough other people get what they want, you can get what you want. My job is to listen to what they said. Terry, I need $5,000. Okay. That's what you need. Okay, good. We can do that. 5,000, no problem. Terry, I want to keep my home. All right. We got a program for that. Let's see if it's possible. I can't guarantee it, okay? Let's see if it's possible. Terry, here, take the house. I'm out of here. Got a guy in Texas that did that. He just walked away. One of my students in Texas is working on that deal right now. He moved from Houston, Texas to California. That place is vacant right now. He ain't never to return. That bank is going to foreclose on that property, or my student's going to take it and make some money from it. Okay? The 2 houses on one lot. Lady gave it to me. Why? There was death. Her husband died. I couldn't force her to keep this property. You couldn't force her to keep the property. A realtor couldn't force her to keep the property. The bank couldn't keep her in this property. She decided no longer want to deal with real estate. That's the kind of deals you need to be working on. But you need to understand. I need to teach you how that's done. Right now I got 4 openings in my coaching program. Okay, and when it closes this time, those 4 is closed. We're going to wait another month, maybe a month and a half, and I'm going to open up the coaching program. It's going to be a little bit more pricier because I'm going to a different program. I teach you one-on-one. I teach you 2 calls a week, 8 calls a month. That's going to be 100 calls in a year. When you're out there looking for the people with debt, distress, and divorce, I'm going to teach you how to work with them. I'm going to be on the phone. Good Frenzy, one of my coaching students right now. Terry, I got a homeowner. They asked me a question. I don't know the answer. Well, Good Frenzy, let me talk to him. Hello, Mr. and Miss Homeowner. Hey, this is Terry Bontemps. How you doing today? I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. How you doing? Well, Terry, I'm doing bad. Okay, sorry to hear that. Things gonna get better. Let me see if I can help you. Terry, here's what my issue is. Okay, all right. Well, I think I can do this. I think we can do that. Does that work for you? It may not work for you. I'm sorry, we can't work for everybody, but we're gonna try. Good Frenzy don't know how to do this because Good Frenzy ain't skilled like I am. Good Frenzy's taken my 40 years of investing experience, making money, and teaching my students how to make money. He's gonna take what I know, he's gonna implement it in his body, his brain, and I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna support him 100% when he's out in the field looking for these deals so I can help him make money. That's a special coaching program right there. I don't know of nobody. If y'all know somebody that will be on the phone with you twice a week to teach you, 8 times a month, one-on-one, 100 calls in a year, nobody does that. Okay? But see, that's my commitment. Because if I commit to that, I know you're going to have success. And when you have success, I'm going to tell all my viewers, just like you guys are watching, that Good Frenzy did this deal. Good Frenzy made this amount of money. Good Frenzy helped someone keep their home. Good Frenzy now has a home that someone has given them that Good Frenzy can make the monthly payment of $750 a month on this nice house. And he might have this other house that he lives in. He can rent that out. Or he can rent this one out. Since the payments are only $750, maybe the market rents may be $1,350. So he may put in $600-700 in his pocket. See, there's so many ways to do real estate. There's so many days to do real estate. It's like the Rubik's Cube. Every time you turn this Rubik's Cube, this shows you something different. That's the way real estate is. A lot of you probably know that. Well, you tried wholesaling. Let me try fix and flip. Now let me try being a landlord. You can't get it to line up. You can't make no money. Because, number one, you may not have the coach that you can call and support you. Number two, you just ain't figured it out. No one has coached you exactly how this is done. No one has coached you how to buy the loan from the bank and how you buy it and make money. Like my student Holly, she bought the note for $9,000, made $400,000 of profit in 9 months. Okay, and then she sold this property to a cash buyer. $400,000 what she sold it for, but it's worth $570,000. She left $170,000 of profit in this house for the cash buyer. That's a good deal. Everybody wins. I got to teach you how to do that. How about my student Ron that made $1.2 million in 1 hour? Buying this loan, this commercial loan from a bank, 70,000 square feet. 70,000 square feet building on 1 acre of land for $110,000, you guys. Oh, that is a great deal. And who did he learn it from? He learned it from me. I taught him the strategy. Wow, $1.2 million? One deal? What would you do? I bet you'd call in, tell your boss you're never coming back again. This real estate stuff is good. This guy, Terry Bontemps, he comes at it a whole different way. I see why he has that Real Talk real estate show. Okay? He's letting us know what is possible right now in this market. COVID-19 real estate. How's it done? All the people that are dealing with debt, divorce, and distress, every one of you on this line, that should be your market. That should be your money. That's where you're going to make some money right now. And I'm telling you, COVID's not going away. We're going to have to live with this. COVID is going to be here for a while, you guys. 2021 and 2022. I'm not a fortune teller, but I don't even think we have a cure for this thing yet. Now, I'm not talking about taking over. I'm not talking about taking advantage of people. That ain't what I do. So don't even look at me like that. I've been around too long. I've helped too many people. I got homeowners in Arizona, California, Nevada, Florida, Illinois, and New York that I've helped keep their home. Now, if you look at me and say, Terry, I don't like what you're doing, that's okay. But I guarantee you, there's other investors out there that will go to this property owner and displace the property owner. Okay? I don't do that. I try to help that homeowner keep their house, and they tell me they want to keep their house. I got a student. I need some property in Texas. Woo-wee. D. Houston is where the property is, where the guy walked from Houston. He left to California. I got plenty of students, and I got a money partner that's looking for deals right now. I just talked to her today. She's got money. She's got capital. She's got some money to invest in real estate. D, all you got to do is find houses. You can flip them to her. Because she's been trained by me. She knows a good deal. Right? She knows a good deal from a bad deal. Now, let's go back and do this again. Now, remember I told you about Holly. Holly made $400,000 in 9 months. You don't have $9,000. You couldn't get it off 3 credit cards, 5 credit cards. It just ain't there. You don't have it. So you found me, Terry Bontemps. Terry, put up $9,000. We'll split this deal 50-50. Terry, you get $200,000. I get $200,000. I'm just making it simple. I'm just making it simple. Look at the math. Here's where the money's made, you guys. This is where the money's made. This is where wealth is made in real estate. I'm getting ready to give it to you right now. And I'm giving it to you free. Why? Because I'm getting you to understand and look at what it is. I want you to look at me. Judge for yourself if you think I'm the guy that should be teaching you. Do I have the strategies for when you make your investment in me? Will I be the right guy? Some of you probably bought coaches, you bought training programs, you bought the course, and about halfway through, partway through, where did the coach go? Coach couldn't be found. Can't call him. You got my phone number 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times a year. I ain't going nowhere. I know what I do is good, and I'm going to back it with 100% support. So let's look at our ROI, the crucial number. The money's good, but the ROI has got to be better. All right, so again, profit divided by investment. So my profit is $200,000. Come on, y'all should always have your calculator when you're doing real estate. $200,000, that's what I got to bring to the table. That's my profit. I'm sorry, that's my profit. $200,000. Profit divided by my investment. My investment is what? What did you need to buy this deal? $9,000. So I'm going to divide by $9,000. Okay? Now, you have to multiply this number by 100, or you got to move the decimal 2 places to the right. That is a 2,222% return on my money. 2,222% return on my money. Can you see I'm cerebral? I think about this. I think about it, put it on paper before I even go do it. Now, some of you understand what just happened. Some of you know what happened. I told you earlier that Holly, she did this deal by herself, and she made a 4,444% return. All you do is when you split it 50-50, all you do is cut the ROI of 444 into 222. Some of you already got that. Some of you didn't get it, but it's okay. This is what I do. Oh man, good friends, the area's on fire. One of my students just told me Houston's on fire. Man, you know, this fire thing that's crazy. We're already dealing with a lot. And then these fires, I went to Starbucks and they told me that there's 4,000 fires going on in California. I'm like, wow. 4,400, I'm sorry, I'm thinking ROI, I'm sorry, but 4,000 fires. Let's do this. My student with the commercial building, remember he made $1.2 million in 1 hour? He needed $110,000 $5,000. You ain't got it. So what are you going to do? Because you know how to do this. Terry, what? Terry, what? Hey, Terry, you know I made you a lot of money. Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry, I got another deal for you, brother. This one's going to make you some good money. I need $110,000, but the property is worth 1.3. We're going to sell it for 1.2. Uncle, are you listening to me? Yeah, you know I love numbers. I'm listening to you. What you got again? Unc, I need $110,000. We're going to sell it for 1.3. It's going to make us 1.2. Unc, just say I need 100. And we're going to sell it for 1.2. Right? Let's just say that's $1 million of profit. Unc, and make it simple for you. $1 million of profit. Unc, you get 50, I get 50. Unc, I'm just like Bernard Garrett in The Banker. Unc, you love that movie, don't you? Yes, I do. I love The Banker movie. The Banker movie is off the chains, y'all. Woo! Wee! Bernard Garrett, Anthony Mackie, Samuel Jackson, Joe Morris. Joe Morris is from Oakland, California. Oh, right up the road. Woo! If y'all haven't watched that movie, best movie I've ever seen. The second best movie is Pursuit of Happiness to me. But I'm telling you, Bernard Garrett, Anthony Mackie is a hustler. He's going to be a real estate mogul. He knows how to find deals. He knows how to make that money in real estate. They bought, in 1960, these two African-American businessmen, they bought the tallest building in Los Angeles. Woo! They was buying banks. D, that was a good movie. Man, I'm telling you, that was such a good movie. That was HGTV. What they taught you in an hour in The Banker movie is what most people charge $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 for. Bernard Garrett found an Irishman with money. He didn't know how to find deals. He had money. And he told Bernard Garrett, look, you so good at what you do? You so good at finding these houses? I'm going to put up all the money for the house to buy it. We're going to fix it up, sell it, rent it, and we're going to split the profits. I think they had something like 25 properties that the Irishman had funded. Bernard Garrett didn't need no money. But Bernard Garrett was so good at making money with houses. Someone else put up all the money. That should be your goal in life. If you have no money, no credit, didn't graduate, ain't got no degrees, wasn't born on the right side of the tracks. Whew, come on. You got to be in real estate because that's where people are making money. And if you're not in real estate, something is wrong. Why are you not in real estate? Why are you not in real estate? Come on, y'all. COVID is the perfect time. I'm just trying to help you guys. I don't know if anybody else is telling you this. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, Unc, you're going to make $500,000 if you put up 100. We're just using round numbers. I'm using simple math. It's really 110, but I'm going to use 100. Unc, do you know, nephew, niece out there, what is my return on my investment? If I give you $100,000, I'm not going to give it to you. But if I buy the note from the bank and my profit is $500,000, what is my return on my investment? Let's do the math, y'all. Come on now, you got to be able to do this. Bernard Garrett, if you don't remember, Bernard Garrett was teaching Nicholas Holt how to buy the bank. They were doing numbers. Come on now. Come on, think back. He was on the chalkboard. I could see Bernard Garrett laying back with his toes up in the air. He didn't have no shoes on. And Nicholas Holt had made a mistake on his math. He told him something like, well, you didn't carry the one or something. But those numbers are the same numbers I'm teaching you with houses. What is my ROI? My total investment is $110,000 to make it 100, but I'm getting 500 back. Come on, nephew, niece. Come on, family out there. Tell me what my ROI is, and when you tell me what my ROI is, I'm gonna get excited. So let's do the math. What is the formula again for ROI? Profit divided by investment. Profit divided by investment. So my profit is what? Come on, I can see you guys out there. I see the steam coming off your head. Terry, we ain't did math in a long time. That's why I'm going slow. $500,000 is my profit. You got to divide it by the investment. My investment was what? Come on, $100,000. It was really 110. But let's just do easy math, simple math, so you don't overload. 100,000. Oh, I better show you what I'm doing. I got 500,000 in the calculator so far. I'm gonna divide it by 100,000. Now, that's what comes up in the calculator. But you got to remember, you got to move the decimal places 2 places to the right, or multiply this by 100, which moves the decimal 2 places to the right. Terry, you're just a genius with that math, dude. I'm telling you guys, if I would have known this, if somebody would have told me, Terry, when you're going through school, study math, because one day you can be a real estate investor like that Bernard Garrett. Come on, Christina Zen Mixon. Woo-wee! Put a percentage sign on that, Christina. That's 500%. 500%. I'm going to show you 5. If I multiply by 100, I might as well do that. 500% return on your investment. I don't know anybody out there that's getting a 500% return on your investment, right? I wonder if I can have all of y'all add up. Everybody out there, I wonder if you all added up what you're getting. Would it even come close to 500? You know why? Y'all wasn't taught this. If your parents didn't teach it to you, the schools did. Go on, Christina. Now you're talking. Yeah, if your parents didn't teach you and the school teachers didn't teach you, who taught you this? Who taught you how to build wealth? Who taught you how to generate some income, increase your income, make your money multiply so that you can provide for your son, Christina? Come on. So you can live a good life, so you can send your kids and pay for your kids' college education. Cash. That's what the rich people do. That's what the wealthy people do. They know how to multiply their money. Okay? If you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you will always work for money. If you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you will always work for money. You don't want to work for money. You want your money working for you. That way your money works hard. I told a story from the Bible, the parable of the talents, last Sunday. I'm going to go back and do it again this Sunday. First time I ever tried to tie scripture to wealth and real estate and money. D-Tuck, where do you sign up? You know, I don't have a place to sign up. You know what I do? I talk to people on the phone. You got to call 916-470-3869. 916-470-3869. I don't want to hide behind a website. A lot of these guys out here, I ain't got nothing against them. They make you go to a website. You don't meet them personally. Like me, I've been on for about an hour, a little less than an hour. You get a chance to know me. Some of you know me because we from the same neighborhood. I love my Pacers. Our sports ain't doing too well. Basketball's doing good, but boy, that football team, man, so disappointing, but that's a whole nother day. Okay? We weren't taught how to make money. I went out, I learned. I went to seminars. I've spent probably $150,000 on my education. I lost $25,000 on one real estate deal, y'all. I'll never do that again. That was a mistake I don't want you to repeat. I just gave someone $25,000 to be my coach. They beat me out of it. So I've lost $50,000, but I'm trying to get that back, okay? Because I got my lawyer on that one. I don't want to get into it because it makes me upset that someone has enough, they have the audacity to say, look, I'm going to help you promote yourself. You got skills. We're going to take you. We're going to put you out there. We think Hulu, Netflix, OWN will want to do some kind of education training with you teaching people financial education, financial literacy, okay? No matter who that may be, black, white, green, yellow, brown, I don't discriminate. If they want to learn, I want to teach. But Terry, your community needs you. I'm just like, come on, I'm ready for them. Come on, somebody got to show us the way, right? I'm ready. I had a lady yesterday on my LinkedIn. She says, Terry, would you be interested in teaching real estate? We have a charity, and we would like you to teach real estate. I said I was so honored. I got off at 5 p.m., rushed home, and ran upstairs to make it, LOL. So happy I made it. Didn't want to miss this. Christina, you all right, girl. You all right. You know, Christina, you remind me of myself. Let me tell y'all something. Sun up to sundown, I did real estate. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. Hatsu! Yes, sir. Man, good seeing you, man. Thanks for joining me. Financial literacy is key. But you know what? It's key, Hatsu. But I know something better. Action. So you can be smart in the head all day with all kinds of degrees. You can have financial literacy, but we got to take action. You know, I hear the rappers talking about buy the block. Buy the block. Well, you know what buy the block means? That means I got to buy this house, that house, the house behind me, even if there's a house across the street. That's what that means. You can't just talk about this. Ownership, ownership, ownership. My neighbor behind me, he owns the house next door to me, 2 doors down, and then to the left. So I can look at it and see 3 houses that he owns, right? He's got 7 houses that he owns. He pays cash every time he buys a house. He wants his money back in 86 months. He has $7,000 a month cash flow coming in. No bills, no debt on his houses. He has $2 million of equity. Yes, this live will be replayed. I'm going to post it in my group, and I'm going to post it on YouTube also. I'm going to go to YouTube at some point, and what I'll do is replay this, and then I'll be in the chat room typing in questions and comments. When people start, hey, Terry, I got a question. Boom, I'll be answering it live. Like you guys are answering me questions right now, Christina. I got to focus on talking. I got to do one thing to stay focused. But when I put it on YouTube, I can play it and I can type. Okay, so you can catch me both places. Again, he's got $2 million. So one day I was talking to him. I said, man, I'm glad I got a couple nickels. You'd probably try to own my house also. And we kind of laughed. He's a cool guy. I said, do you know you're making 14% return on your investment when you buy houses and you try to get your investment back in 86 months? He says, no, I didn't know that. How'd you know that? I said, because I teach real estate. And that's one of the numbers I use in my mobile app that I developed, right? And so he says, Terry, show me how to do it. So I showed him how to do it. He looked at it. He called me a few days later, Terry, how'd you do that again? I showed him again. You know, it was fun. It was fun. Wow, I'm trying to be like him. I'm 36. Excuse me one second. I'm a little dry here. Wow, I'm trying to be like him. I'm 36 trying to build an empire for my son. I know you is, Christina. I see the love. I see the love, Christina. Boy, in that baby picture, I'm telling you what, Christina, that baby picture, so you didn't think I was paying attention, did you? That baby picture, I don't know. It was too identical. And you know what, Christina? That's the motivation you need to be successful. That's your why. Your son is like my daughter, Christina. My daughter, Tiffany, You may know her. Tiffany was ready for college, Christina. I was teaching karate classes, as you probably already know. Loved karate. Tiffany said, Dad, I'm ready for college. I said, girl, go ahead and knock it out. I done gave you a whole bunch of good stuff. I know you're going to be doing good. Daddy, come see it. Daddy, I need some money. Daddy, I need some money. Daddy ain't got none of that. That's your twin? Oh my gosh. Wow. Small world. Your son is your why. Tiffany was my why. At that moment when Tiffany said she needed money, I swear, you guys, I'm glad there's nothing close, but I swear I felt like somebody hit me in the head and swung it as hard as they could with a 2x4. You should have seen the look on my face, because what I knew inside was, Terry, you ain't got no money. You can't afford to send your daughter, Tiffany, to Arizona State University. You just let your daughter down. Cliff Dumas! Woo! We got the neighborhood in there tonight. Wow. Man, I'm so excited, man. You know, it's been a long time. Been a long time. Man, I hope y'all all doing well. It's my family, man. Y'all gonna bring me to tears. Hanging out with me. Hanging out with me. Y'all just don't know how good I feel. I didn't know if I should let you guys in, because I'm hustling real estate, y'all. I'm hustling real estate. I'm putting stuff out. I'm not, doing the friend thing. I'm hustling real estate. I'm pushing, because I've been at this a long time. But again, going back to Tiffany, I was heartbroken. I shut my karate school down. I said, that's it, I'm gone. I loved karate. I shut it down. I said, you know what? I better get out and get serious. I said, because I just let Tiffany down. And if I can let her down once, if I don't get my act together. I had a good friend of mine. He was in real estate. Carl Dexter. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Carl Dexter taught me how to do real estate. Carl Dexter. I had went to these 2 houses on one lot. This is my neighbor right here with the houses. I remember I told you about the 2 houses on one lot? I went there and there was nobody there. Del Paso Heights. I'm going to let it be known. Del Paso Heights. That's my area. I farm that area. I know that area so well. I grew up there. I went to school there. Ooh, I know real estate in that area. I'm a hound dog when it comes to real estate in that area. Right? I got Carl. I said, what do I do, man? Nobody's there. What do I do, Carl? Carl says, Terry, go to the tax assessor. Find out where the tax records are being sent. I said, okay, Carl. Boom, I'm doing 100 miles an hour. I get there, I knock on the door. I really like to knock, I really do, but I can't reach. I knocked on the door and I said, hey, is John here? The lady says, no, John just passed away. And I think you guys know the rest of the story. I said, hey, you got 2 houses on one lot. What are you going to do with those 2 houses? She said, I'm going to give them back to the bank. I said, I'd like to have them. She said, you can have them, Terry. Make up the back payments, $8,000. 2 houses. If you guys would have got 2 houses, right now these 2 houses are bringing me in $2,100 a month. I don't owe no banks, no money. Christina, what could you do with $2,100 a month? Clifford, what could you do with $2,100 a month and you don't owe no money on it? Come on. That's your son money, Christina. Giving him the best care. Giving him the best of everything. That's just 1 house. 2 houses, actually. Right? 2 houses on one lot. Carl taught me that strategy. Go knock on the door. I knocked on the door and the lady says, John just passed away. Death. 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 I'm dealing with people that have death in their lives. Debt, distress. They're dealing with divorce. I deal with people sometimes where the husband is going one way and they don't like each other. The wife's going the other way. The love is gone. And guess what sits right in the middle? I shouldn't even do this, but I'm going to do it. Let's see if it works with his bald head. One's going one way One's going south, the other one's going north. Guess what's in the middle? The house. All I got to do is figure out how to make both of them happy about the house. Come on, y'all. Here's where it comes to reality. I offered the wife $5,000. She needs it. She says, I'll take it, Terry. I offered the husband $5,000. So how much I got coming out of my pocket? $10,000. They let me have this house to do whatever I want. Single mom, come on, here's how you get a house. If you don't own a house, Christina, you give the wife 5, you give the husband 5. This is your house now. You own it. You can sell it, make the money. You can live in it. It's your house. You ain't got to rent no more. I don't know if you rent or not, Christina. I may be way off, okay? Way off. This is how you get a house with no credit, no money. This is what Terry Bonta's been doing. The lady that gave me the house 2001 lot, she didn't ask me for no money. Damn, Terry. Say that again. When I knocked on the door, just want to make sure somebody's dinging my phone pretty bad. I didn't want to make sure it was one of the kids. I knocked on the door. Is John here? John just passed away. What are you going to do with the houses? All right, Christina, this is for you now. You're going to need me to coach you on this. You're going to need me to help you. Let's get this thing taken care of. Get you a house. Get your son his place. He go out in that backyard, front yard. That's his home. Get you some equity. You buy your house at a certain price. As it goes up, you build wealth. You buy it for $200,000. It goes up to be $1 million. You got some wealth now, Christina. You can borrow that money for emergencies. I don't encourage you to. But you got some wealth. Again, I knocked on the door. John here. Nope, John just passed away. I'd like to have him. What are you going to do with him? I'm going to give him back to the bank. Well, I'd like to have him. Terry, make the back payments. You can have those houses. I said, great. $8,000. I made the back payment. Christina, one house in the front you could have lived in. The back house rents for $900. The bigger house, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Smaller house, 1-bedroom, 1-bath. The 1-bedroom, 1-bath rents for $900. Or maybe you go to the back house, rent out the front house. The front house is $1,200. Rent them both out, get $2,100. She didn't ask me for no money. She didn't say, Terry, well, if you give me $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, you can have those houses. Please, Terry, I don't want them no more. You can have them. I don't want them. She's like, I don't want them. I don't want to throw my motto, but I don't want them. How many would want it? All you got to do is find $8,000. All you got to do is find these people that are dealing with death, divorce, distress, and death. Right now in COVID, there's a lot of people like that. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to get the money. I'm going to show you guys how to take care of your kids. I'm going to show you how to leave an inheritance to your kids. Make sure he's well taken care of, Christina. That's real estate. Luckily, I had an uncle, and I had Carl to teach me this when I was young. Man, I really appreciate y'all being on here tonight. I really do. We're going to do this again. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m., 5 p.m. Trying to get the word out. I'm getting ready to grow. I'm getting ready to sprout my wings. I'm going to do some big things. I'm going to help some people so they can make some impact. I want to help you control your own economy. I want you not to be dependent on someone else. I want you to be financially free. Okay, Christina, you can spend all day, all night with your son because you got finances. You got real estate. You ain't got to go to no job. You ain't got to rent no more. Get rid of that renting, buy you a house, get you some real estate, bam. And I'm not telling you guys something I don't know nothing about. Teach me the game. I got a game too, Christina. I got my own app I've developed. I got 2 apps, 2 mobile apps I paid for personally to be developed. But I know it's been long, you guys. I know it's been long, and I don't want to hold you up. And I got to check these messages because someone is dinging me real bad. Probably somebody that's watching said, okay, Terry, how do we do this stuff? They got questions, but I wanted them to call in. I might try that next time, see if that works. But with that all being said, hey, you guys have a nice weekend. Yeah. Tired of financially struggling to work for someone else. Christina, I'm the type of guy that I'm going to get you to quit. I'm going to get you to quit because that's what I did. I went into my boss's office and said, man, I got to go. I'm not, I need to be out there doing what I know how to do, making the money so that I can become rich. I'm not trying to make you rich. I'm trying to make myself rich. You texted me. My bad. Y'all make me proud. Let's get this money, y'all. And you know what's funny? Let me tell you this. Everybody else is getting it. D-Tuck, you're going to have to wait, D. Blow it up my phone. Let me tell you guys something. Everybody else is getting the money. Everybody else is getting the money all around you. Just look around in your neighborhood. Everybody else is getting the money. Why not you, D? Like my neighbor. He owns 3 houses. I'm cool with that. He knows what's going on. He knows the game. He owns 7 houses total, got $7,000 a month income, no debt, $2 million of equity. He knows the game. Why come D? Why come they can't be D? D owns 7 houses. D got $2 million of equity. D got $7,000 a month coming in each and every month, $84,000 a year. Why not you? Come on, get that money. Real estate is for everybody. It's an equal opportunity wealth builder. Every Friday, I'm doing these live at 8 a.m. in the morning and 5 in the evening. It's going to be replayed, so you're all right, Christina. You just got to ask some questions. That's all right. I'll be here. Real estate is an equal opportunity wealth builder because it understands green. If you got green, you can make some greens. Let's get it, you guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's why I'm here. Get me while I can. Get me while you can. That's going to be me. Speaking it in existence. That's right. Got to put in the work. Got to put in the work, Christina. Got to get the education. Go out and watch The Banker. You got to have an Apple product. Get it. No matter what you do, get it and watch The Banker because you will see you, Christina. You are Bernard Garrett. I was Bernard Garrett. I was hungry like Bernard Garrett. Getting out of high school, bam, I bought my first house 2 years later because I was into real estate. Watching them real estate infomercials, how you can have stuff. And I wanted stuff. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Pleasure. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Tell someone else. Tell a friend. Tell your bestie. I'll see y'all next week. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Take care. Bye. Thank you for being here, you guys.